May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, O Lord my God. Amen. So good evening, and welcome to St. John Episcopal Church here in Bedford. For those who might not know me, I am Reverend Kelsey Petto, and Reverend Kelsey Petto Ford, and I'm the priest serving here. I want to extend a welcome and thank you to all who showed up this evening and those who helped with the service on. I like to think that I am what some would call an eternal optimist. Even after the leaked documents from the Supreme Court, I had hoped in my heart that this decision to overturn Roe v. Wade would not happen. Alas, here we are. The Episcopal Church has a long history of supporting the right for women to have a choice. The Episcopal Church maintains that access to equitable health care, including reproductive health care and reproductive procedures, is an integral part of a woman's struggle to assert her dignity and worth as a human being. The Church holds that the reproductive health procedures should be treated as all other medical procedures and not singled out or admitted by or because of gender. The Episcopal Church sustains its unequivocal opposition to any legislation on the part of the national or state governments which would abridge or deny the right of individuals to reach informed decisions about the termination of pregnancy and to act upon them. And then, as stated in the 1994 Act of Convention, the Church also opposes any executive or judicial action to abridge the right of a woman to reach an informed decision, or that would limit the access of a woman to safe means of acting on her decision. And so, in the wake of the leaked documents, Episcopal clergy and lay leaders developed this service in hopes that we might be able to speak to the pain and hurt that this decision has brought upon us. I hope that no matter what emotions were evoked by this decision, you are able to find some peace here. While we honor and hold a wide range of political views in our church and in our community, our faith teaches us that all of us are created as image bearers of God, empowered with dignity to make choices in matters that affect our bodies and personal lives. When the decision was first released in June, Christ Church Cathedral in downtown Indianapolis hosted this service as well. I was able to attend with my wife, Sarah, and the Reverend Julia Whitworth from Trinity Episcopal Church in Indianapolis gave the homily. She shared something from another priest she had heard years ago, and it goes like this. A woman at the crossroads of determining whether to carry her pregnancy to term or not is on holy ground. Take off your shoes. For the sake of full transparency, I have never had to walk the road of a decision-making in regards to pregnancy and abortion. I was blessed with a daughter 4 years ago, and she was an answer to my prayers. But I think this is where, as a society, we get into trouble. My experience is not the end-all be-all. And from the stories I have heard over the last few weeks, I can confidently say that the decision to terminate one's pregnancy is never an easy one. As followers of Christ, it is not our job to condemn or judge. Our job is to take off our shoes and be present. So, to those of you who are here tonight, take a look around. We are here. God is here. You are not alone. So if the loss of choice wasn't bad enough, Clarence Thomas went on in his opinion to mention other rights that he would like the court to revisit, including but not limited to the right to gay marriage, the right to contraception, and the right to privacy in one's own home. The future of the American ideal of freedom and the Church's ideal of treating each person with human dignity is on the line. We used to have a saying in seminary: you are not God. We used to say it to each other to remind us that Even though we may be overwhelmed with the responsibility of our future positions, of the weight of speaking to the Bible and meeting people where they are, we can only do so much. So tonight, I remind myself, and I remind you, you are not God. We can only do so much. We can be a light in the darkness. We can be a comfort to someone else. We can be a catalyst in the world for change. But we are not God. And we have to take care of ourselves as well, or we will be no good to anyone else. So, in this time of fear and conflict, I invite you to come and rest. Whatever you feel, whatever you believe, come and rest. Whether you need to cry or be silent, come and rest. With your fears and your worries, come and rest. God